listening to The Nasty Table, the premier source for tabletop role-playing actual play. Now come on in, relax, and pull up a seat to The Nasty Table. Last session on the Nasty Table 12 gauge.
His pockets, he does have a wallet in there that you feel. Very simple shed with some tools.
I didn't see anything on the shed. I'm gonna pull out a little Boris sign. Come on. Follow me.
What's going on? And you see a shoulder piece, and it is a symbol that you recognize. And on his other thigh, it says Pierce Claremont. These people might actually be coming. You need to cut off his hands, bury him face down.
Fuck, take this.
I don't even know if anyone is coming. And if nobody's coming, we're fucked. See a black Suburban. Go talk to him. Do not tell him I'm here.
Harry's in town.
I was told there was payment, so...
Yep, right here.
12 semi-automatic pistol grip shotguns. You people always figure it out. Bon voyage. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. Funny to me, I have all these dice, and I have sets that I really, really love. I tend to use like the same 2 pairs every single session, just because they're like my favorites. Like nothing will ever be these stupid dice that I have.
Water.
Because it's the first set that I've really ever bought for myself.
Steely Dan.
What's up, Steely Dan?
You're Mellow Mike.
If you are
Shut Mellow.
If you are ever playing Dungeons and Dragons and I pull out this die, you're dying. You're getting fucking killed on the spot. This dice has this. Fuck, man. Now that I'm thinking about it, this dice has killed probably like 6 or 7 times.
Yeah, start scratching kill confirmed into it. Confirmed kills, stat track.
Like there's parts where like I know that they're getting into a fight and I will purposefully choose not to use this dice to pull my punches. I love this fucking dice. So we're back at the motherfucking table.
It's been a
bitch.
Fucking while.
I know. I think it's been about a month, maybe more.
We gotta stop these hiatuses.
Yeah, I just had bronchitis. I was all fucked up.
Yeah, we had the plague one through.
Bronchitis.
The holidays, the plague.
Let's get into a recap of this last session, please. And this symbol that keeps coming up. And I mean, we haven't explained this symbol, what it looks like to anyone else who's looked at it, but no one else who's looked at it that doesn't already know what the symbol is hasn't really asked.
That had a little bit of a schism.
We have been doing your panic attacks wrong.
It's 2
or more.
2 or more.
2 plus.
Yeah. Let me write that down. So it's 2.
I think I corrected you and corrected it wrongly.
Yeah, I think as I was going to earlier.
Yeah.
I think. So 2
plus.
Greater than or equal to.
Yes. Who else is close to a breaking point? Who's our closest?
I'm 10 off. I'm completely...
I'm 4 away.
I'm 9 away.
I'm completely saying 10
I'm the
off.
second closest again.
How far off are you?
7.
Jesus Christ. All right. Yeah, you're getting boned out here.
Yeah.
So here's a question that I have that I want to make sure, or not make sure, but I want to ask whether this assumption is an in-character or out-of-character assumption. You guys were deliberating, and one of the points that came up was that if we fuck up, don't you think Delta Green would be able to cover it up?
Yeah.
You said that, right?
Yeah.
Is that an in-character or out-of-character assumption? Because, let me be the first to clue you in, motherfucker. You are the cover-up.
Yeah,
hey, can I have a fruit by the foot?
Yeah,
love.
I'll see if I can get you
over
fruit,
here.
fruit butter.
That's a roll-up.
That's a fruit roly-poly.
2 of them, bitch.
It's a little, that's the goose. Hold on,
There's
lad.
a difference in both taste and texture.
I agree.
You know what? How about you just find it yourself, fuck?
We've also got an assortment of cookies over here. Can you swing those down?
So again, like I was saying, you are the cover-up.
We still know nothing on this cult situation as well.
Yeah, if you're sent to cover something up, and then you come out and you're like, "Yeah,
You have your dice.
we
Is
need
this
you to
now
cover
trash?
this up." That's not a good. It's not a good plan. It's like cleaning cat piss with fucking dog piss.
We got rid of the what is it? The ammonia smell for piss smell.
It's like you guys get your instructions are, hey, kill this guy, make it look like an accident or a suicide, or make it look like something that'll kill his credibility, and then you come back to the program and you're like, hey, we didn't do that. Can you guys just do that instead? Yeah. So I just want to, at least make
so he's dead, but like a lot of people know. Like
it's essentially saying we didn't do anything you asked, but he's dead, and now we have a problem.
You know that silencer you gave me? I didn't use it.
Well, to be fair, the alligator is
I can
also
be around it. I can't eat it.
you know that meth you gave us?
Someone leave him open air.
We use that.
If the assignments were flipped, how do you guys think you guys would have handled what they're doing, and how do you guys think you would have handled what you
me and
guys are doing?
Tando would be on the phone with DG asking for a large cheese pizza to deliver to that guy's house.
We're getting large cheese. We're getting
Like-
howitzers. We're getting everything.
Documented photos of him with lady boys and shit.
Photoshop dirty shit.
Yes, big.
And
big
like,
time.
because like,
Deepfakes.
I would assume Delta Green has the capabilities to create good, like,
This is
documents.
We're in 2019,
Deep
right?
fakes.
Yes.
Yeah.
2021, 2019. What's our year?
2019.
2019.
While the staff might be limited, in my view, I think that they have capabilities of doing something like that. And I just think once any type of child porn shit hits, like, sorry, edit that out. Cheese pizza shit hits
I'm
the
not-
Oh, you got unalived with cheese pizza on them.
like that's like you're just written off.
You're
Like,
toast.
yeah, you're
Yeah.
toast. You're
Hey,
done.
Joe, real quick.
What's up?
I hate to be a sidebar. Something I used to do when we ran the Dungeons and Dragons thing that I haven't been able to do, and I don't know if you remember that I did it. I used to roll my dice to get the bad rolls out of the way.
Oh yeah.
Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do
used
remember.
to roll a d20 constantly throughout the table, and I would wait until it ended on a bad one. And I would wait for like consecutive bad ones. So I'd be like, it's due for a good one, and then I would leave it there. I'd leave it
that.
there,
I
and
love
I
that.
don't do it here because we have the mics, and I don't want to be rolling constantly. But that was like me, like
Getting the
fidgeting.
shit.
Like,
Yeah.
I would throw the bad rolls out.
Is killing him actually like an objective, or is it to just make him not be credible?
It's killing him.
Eliminate the target is one
So
of the
that's the
objectives.
part where it gets very tricky. I think there's a wife and a kid,
Yeah.
They'll be fine.
They'll get over it.
They'll be fine. I mean, they'll be fine.
and if it's not clear if they can be eliminated too, first of all,
Let's
the
say they
sanity loss of all of that, and like
Yeah.
so yeah, there is that. That's the hard part of the mission. Making him not credible is easy, but
if you do the right prep.
they're trying to two birds one stone it, and
Yep.
I think it's a two-part act. It's make him seem crazy and then kill him with something else.
Yeah. How do you think you and DJ would have handled Operation Cauliflower Ear?
Well, we probably wouldn't have fucked up on the train. I will say that because I was sitting here as they were like,
Oh, fucking jack my dick.
What did we fuck up on the train again?
The call and response that confirmed it was actually hunk or not, which we still don't even fucking
We
know.
didn't. That wasn't our fault though.
Yes, it was.
How? We said the phrase and then he didn't say it back.
Exactly, and we didn't say anything. He was supposed to respond with it, and that's how we knew it was him.
Well, because saying something like, if I immediately went, yo, what the fuck? You didn't say the secret code phrase.
You-
I think you guys said it late.
So if he is on the team, cool, that's fine. He goes, oh, my bad, I fucking forgot. Or he's fucking evil and he just shoots us and kills us right there. We die.
Or
I don't call that a fuck up.
or you just start staring at the motherfucker.
Because I remember
Sometimes you
you
just gotta be staring at motherfuckers.
Yeah, like I call that just like keeping it like I'm
Keeping it
playing-
real.
Keep it
I'm
real. Oh, he's keeping it.
I'm just a chill guy keeping a watch on the
he's just
guy
keeping
who's
it real.
sus.
I'm sorry.
I got my hands in my pockets and like my radar's up.
That's my bad.
What
I
else?
totally forgot about keeping it real. It's a really good point.
Yeah. Fuck, dude. Oh, shit.
Fuck.
Oh, shit.
I have not been keeping it real for like 5 sessions.
What did we talk about keeping it a bean?
Keeping it a bean.
Keep it a buck.
50.
Get a rack.
'Cause-
Fuck a bean.
Let's.
Yeah, like
I mean, I'm asking what they would have done differently.
Because I remember just like looking at Tando, looking at Ant, and going, "Oh, something's not
So
right
you
here."
remember like that shit,
I
and
do.
you would do that thing, but you just knock on this guy's fucking door and pretending to be Jimmy from Chicago News
I-
or whatever the fuck.
I would agree I would agree with it being a fuck up if we both just like didn't say anything, but
This-
like I like threw my
There
hand.
was a recovery. There was definitely a recovery.
This all comes back to a harsh truth, and it's that you are a very poor main character.
What else would you guys have done differently, you think?
The fight scene is another thing that comes to mind. You guys just let him the fuck duke it out. I think Johnny probably would have stepped in to try and figure.
I stomped his ass out.
Didn't you miss like fucking
Yes.
Tony Brown?
I forgot I got Lucy'd.
That's the only other thing that I can think of is because I would try and find more information through
I let
the
it
two
happen.
of them. Yeah, there was definitely like some hesitance in terms of
And I think
it's
I
just
already
happening
explained
live
why.
action.
That's why I love this game. I said, and I think one of the things that when we were kind of dissecting specifically Operation Dawning Lambs, I said, if you run this table, or if you run this scenario for any table, you're going to end up with different solutions for the whole thing. Everyone's going to want to do it differently. No two parties are going to, skin that cat the same way.
Are these two operations supposed to be ran as two, or is it?
No, they are independent of each other.
And
But I think that both of them fit better with a smaller party.
Hey, funny you should mention that. I wanted to ask you, is there, because I remember you laughed at me about the scores for monsters in D&D. Are there, like, scores for difficulty in DG settings similar to...
No, which is kind of scary. So it's up to, these giant...
What's that called? And I can't...
Challenge rating.
Thank
CR,
you, Jesus Christ.
And
it makes no sense. Challenge ratings make no sense.
CR makes no sense. But for Delta Green, there is no challenge rating at all. Mostly because, and I hate to say it, and I don't know if this is going to come to a shock to anybody, but 99% of all quote-unquote monsters that are available for use cannot be killed by typical means, Sure. There's people that can be killed. But like...
The real monsters.
Well, and I think in...
I
think in Delta Green, I think what makes that make a little bit more sense, at least now that you're saying it, is that there's it's not like in Dungeons and Dragons, there's this secret organization that's watching over your movements and activity that could swoop in if shit went haywire. It's like you're kind of on your own, and that's that like medieval setting.
Yeah.
You can't reach out for reinforcements when you're
balls deep in a dungeon.
It is hard to rate these scenarios because it's like... It's really based on what your party composition is and what you get handed, like what knowledge that person has.
It's just interesting that that's not a factor at all, especially because there's published material on the part of Art Dream.
Yeah.
You would think that they'd be like, all right, this is for
but that's the thing too.
and-
So like for CR, it's based off of the player's level. You guys don't have fucking levels.
Yeah, we've all got our.
You
set
guys
points of
don't.
HP.
Your HP never increases.
Yeah.
Your damage never increases.
And we're all on different footing, I feel like, too, because sanity...
That's one part about
changes.
D&D that gets frustrating, because like you really start to get up with some of those higher CR creatures, and it's like it could be a 4-hour setting, like just turn after turn after turn, and what they do and their amount of hit points. Like that's one of the parts of D&D that maybe gets a little bit. I do still in the overall. I prefer D&D, but I think I know the setting more.
Dude, D&D for like playing a higher level character, it's like fucking...
It's a lot of research.
It's
you
fucking-
got to know your
It
shit.
depends on how, experienced players are.
It's also
'Cause if you're
it's also
looking
a
through the
lot
fucking
more.
book like a million times, like, oh, what does this spell do again? Like,
It's also a
gonna
lot
be pain
more
in the
like-
ass.
Right.
I just know it more because I've read more about it, but I could see I put in way too much work for D&D that you probably don't have to do for Delta Green.
Yeah.
It just makes it a lot simpler, and you can just have fun.
And I think for Delta Green, there's a lot more improv,
Yeah.
which I like.
I agree.
And also,
But you've always encouraged that. There are tables who, like, some DMs just like combat more. And
Yeah.
you've always encouraged.
we've actually taken a new approach for the new D&D campaign that we're running. So, with a successful arms deal under their belt, we'll begin with Gauze and Garfield, leaving Harry's home and final resting place. It's currently 6:30 in the morning, and you've pulled away. Millinocket is an hour and a half away, and the snow has yet to melt on these back roads. So Garfield, behind the wheel, I need you to roll drive for me.
Raise Hill, praise Dale.
33 on a 53.
33 on a 53. Critical success. Navigating well enough, and it's easy because as you get past a certain point, I would say maybe like 15, 20 minutes into the drive, the roads actually clear up a little bit. But as you guys are driving, like I said, it's going to be an hour and a half. Say 20, 30 minutes might have elapsed by this point. Are there any conversations that happen on this drive?
gotten like 4 hours of sleep. I'm gonna be like nodding off, probably just trying to like head against the window, just kind of hanging out.
In the bed of the truck, covered by a blue tarp, the guns are there in the crates. Driving on, another hour goes by. The traffic is nearly non-existent, even when you do get onto the main stretch of highway that reaches back to Millinocket, so it's easy enough to get there in a decent amount of time. You feel like you actually saved a little bit of time, also considering being able to navigate the snow easily enough. So Millinocket does come into view in the distance, I would say probably around 7:45.
Word, I got Uptown Girl on the radio.
Yeah, and as you get closer, and as you reapproach Millinocket, first of all, radio stations do start to become clear on the radio, and additionally, cell service returns for the two of you.
Do I got any messages?
You do not.
Yeah, ditto. I'm gonna check my phone as well.
We did send a selfie. I think that was early in the session, though.
They got that already.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was prior.
Oh, yeah, because we sent one back.
Yeah.
We did, yeah.
Yeah. But no notifications other than that.
All right.
Other than what?
I don't got no bitches.
No, well, I guess it's not a notification. No new messages,
No new
at all.
messages.
No bitches.
Okay.
This is 0 bitches, though, motherfucker.
Millinocket does come into view.
I'm just heading to the Elk Lodge.
Driving in, following the instructions that you were given, and you were also given the address for the Elks Lodge. It's easy enough to kind of start navigating there, and Hunk does speak. He goes, we'll drop you guys off in front of there. Take whatever you need. Bring it into there. I'm going to take the truck. And I'm going to get rid of it, okay? You guys head back on the train, go back wherever you guys got to go.
All right. Sounds good.
Gauze.
Yeah.
Anything else that I need to get rid of? You guys got anything else? Clothes. Just make sure you ditch.
Yeah, I'll burn these when I get a chance.
Okay.
I don't think anything else, though, no. I think we're all good.
Okay. All right. Should be right up here, it looks like.
Turn in.
You can see it's a simple building. Reads Elks Lodge 1521. There's like a sigil of an elk there, and there's like those swappable letter signs that's underneath it. It reads meetings first and third Wednesday.
But it's missing some of the letters.
Yeah, it's missing like the first. No, this is actually not missing any letters.
It's well kept. The Elk Lodge
yes.
is well kept
Yes.
and staffed.
Yes.
Wow. No
There's-
spelling errors?
No spelling errors.
Damn.
They spelled Wednesday correctly.
On the back, does it say 4 for $10 roast beef?
Yeah.
Yeah,
$1 Bud Lights.
There's a sign at the closed down Boston Market near the 19th and Oregon Acme, and it says penis wigs for Sal.
That's crazy. Yo, R.I.P. Boston Market, though.
Yeah. There's a couple cars and trucks that are scattered in the parking lot here.
I'm looking around. Can we, like, park in the back, or is it just a front parking lot?
It seems to be just front parking.
All right.
How are the guns packed? Is it suspicious?
They're packed in wooden crates that are
right.
secured closed.
Let's go into the lodge and see if they have a dolly we could use or something to move the boxes. Or are they, like, heavy like that?
Seems like it would be a two-man lift, but between you and Gauze, you might be able to carry them.
All right.
All right, here. I'm going to head in first, and we'll just see where we're dropping these, so I don't want to just walk in with a crate of guns.
That's true.
All right. I'll be right back. You two stay here. I'll be right back in.
I'll help you unload them. I want to get out of here with this truck.
All right.
You guys okay if I just leave them by the sidewalk for you guys to do whatever you need to do?
Give me like 30 seconds.
Okay.
Just stick around.
Keep an eye out then.
Yeah.
Make your way in.
Yeah, I'll hop out of the car. Look around. Is there anyone, like,
Outside?
around? Anyone about?
No, nobody outside. You don't see any people like walking around. You see a storefront across the street that does look like it has a couple people milling about, but that's like 2 lanes of traffic
It's
across.
like 7:30.
Yeah.
All right. I'll walk in.
Walk in. The door is unlocked. You open it, but it's a solid wood door. It doesn't have a window in. It's unlocked. You open it up. Directly to your left, as you enter, there's a smaller desk with a younger woman sitting behind it. And beyond this threshold, you can see there's like an empty bar, scattered tables, there's mounted deer heads on the walls, and there's also like this neon fluorescent Bud Light sign that's flickering. You see trophy cabinets embedded in the walls, and honestly, it's kind of small in here compared to how the building looks from the outside.
Mm-hmm.
But this woman does look up as you enter.
All right. Before I talk to her, is there a sign here that says, like, Elk Lodge 1521, or is...
Yeah, on the outside
On
it
the
said
outside.
Elk Lodge 1521.
Right.
But on the inside, you don't immediately see anything.
Okay. I'll walk up to the counter then. Hey, you got delivery? A couple of crates.
She is going to make a roll.
You're entering combat.
She looks you over. G-Cell?
I'll just give a slight nod and
She looks over her shoulder. Danny! Pizza's here. A few moments pass between then and the door opening. There's a door closest to the bar. And you hear this whistling, this older man walks out. He's wearing these long rubber gloves. He's wearing an apron, surgical mask. He's got a hairnet on, spatterings of like dried red liquid on his apron, up his gloves. He approaches and lowers his mask. Hallelujah. The good Lord at last.
we're here. Let's, you got anything to bring these in?
My bare hands, if you so choose.
Oh, yeah. Let's go out and we'll please load it up.
The bloody guy's gonna come out and help us.
Yeah.
Left alone in the car with Hunk, is there any conversation that you have with him?
Hey,
What's that?
well, we met up. Did you forget about the phrase or what? You had me fucked up a little bit.
I wanted to see if you guys were on the level or not. When you start out and you're fresh and you're young, you care about the code phrases, care about leaving symbols here and there. But it seems like you guys aren't as new to this as you let on, I guess.
Well, yeah, I figured if I challenged you on it and, you know, if you weren't who you were supposed to be, that would have been dangerous at the time. Because I didn't know if you had a gun on you or whatnot, you know. But after a while, you checked out to be an operative, so.
There's going to be a point where you'll be able to recognize people who work for the program just by looking at them. And it kind of gives you, it's like a slight, like the smallest smile you've ever seen. Just like this slight upwards lip curve.
Yeah, that's what I sort of got from you after like a few minutes, so.
Well, it was a pleasure, but you know, I hope you don't take any offense when I say that. I hope we do not meet again.
No, I understand. In this type of work, you don't want to say things like that.
He nods. The Elks Lodge door opens and out walks Gauze and a man wearing an apron, rubber gloves, spattering of blood on him.
Who the fuck is that?
Gauze, he matches your pace. Where do you walk?
Right to the back of the truck.
Right to the back of the truck. And he's got a large build. He actually leans over and pops the latch, starts pulling the tarp off. He looks him over. Okay. Grab half.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, let's go.
He picks it up. What do you guys do in the car?
I'll get out and help.
Get out and help. You get out and Hunk just, you know, says, I'll just keep an eye out. Get out, help. Between the three of you, you two, Gauze, Garfield, and also this man, it's easy to bring the two crates in. As you guys cross the threshold, Garfield, you're on the back, kind of like carrying both of them a little bit, like helping carry. The man says, lock that door.
I go over to and act like I lock it.
Okay, roll stealth for me.
Am I here for all this?
We're
We're all in the main lobby, right?
Yeah, but you're still like holding it, but he's right next to you.
Okay.
I'll program point it.
Okay.
$47 on a 70.
47 on a 70. Is that the best result? You rolled twice?
Yeah, I rolled like an 86 the first time.
Okay. Successful program point as you like just turn the knob, but it still makes like the sound of the lock locking. And you believe that you have successfully pretended to lock the door. Just bring them right over to these tables over here. Here. Move over. kind of step over, and he places the one on the table and then kind of helps Garfield with the other one, places it on the table. He looks over his shoulder towards a wall, just a wall. Daisy, please get the firing pins out of this and prep the OR for surgery. You two, get out of here before it gets messy.
Yeah, sure.
What do you guys do?
Walk out the door that he pretended to just lock.
There's some gears turning in there. What are you doing? Split second.
What is this room shape like? Where does he want us to leave? Is there only the one exit that I just locked?
Yes.
Oh, all right. Then I go over the door, I fucking unlock it, and then I leave.
Okay. Close the door behind you.
You want me to lock this?
No.
Or I guess I can't.
No.
All right, see you, bye.
No. You leave, Gauze. What do you do? Do you follow behind?
Yeah, I'm right behind him.
Second you guys exit, both of you guys roll alertness.
32 on a 31.
A 4.
Garfield, the second that door closes, you hear it lock.
Yo, what the fuck was their problem in there?
Why the fuck did he
Why
ask us
did
to
he
lock
make me
it?
lock the door if
We-
he's gonna make us leave 2
I have
seconds
no
later?
idea. These people are fucking insane.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
You see now in the parking lot of the Elks Lodge, Hunk has moved over to the driver's seat. He's got the window down. He's leaning his arm down as you guys step up.
I walk right up to a window.
So,
Where are you heading to get rid of this thing?
I'm going to see if I can lift a couple license plates, maybe a couple sets, take it into New Hampshire.
Would it be too much to drop us off at the airport or something?
Well, the train station back to the airport's right up the street there.
Oh, all right. Well, it's been a pleasure.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's your story gonna be? Are you reporting back? What's the deal?
Do you want us to remember
Say
anything?
Want to forget anything? What's the idea?
Because we can all agree on something.
He shifts the shifter into drive. Just do whatever you think is right, I guess. Good luck in your careers. And he begins to pull off.
I'm right opinion. That dude's fucked.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll talk about it on the train, I guess, but I don't know what we're gonna tell Avery.
What time is it?
At this point, we're looking at around 8 o'clock, 8:15. It's a 4-hour train ride back to Portland, Maine, where you guys got in from your airport.
All right. Let's hurry up and hit this train station because it's right about 8, so I don't know what time they pull up or whatever. Let's go check it out.
Yeah, let's go get some tickets. Get the hell out of here.
Okay. Getting some tickets and getting the hell out, and we'll pick up with that. First, let's jump over to our boys in Chicago. After leaving Greg's with hardware in tow, including nitrile gloves, spark plugs, gaiters, small metal dish, and bungee straps, where are you guys heading and what is your guys' plan? You guys are currently at around 9:15, I want to say.
We still need to pick up the stuff from the...
When did we call, if you don't mind asking?
I could have sworn we ended at the laundry.
It was established that your pickup for the items that you requisitioned would be around 1 p.m.
Oh.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay. So we're leaving Greg's Hardware.
Hey, mind if you toss me a smoke? I know I gave you shit before.
Sure. I'm gonna pull out my pack of American Spirits. Hand you one. A little light.
Feel like being cautious now isn't really worth it. Might as well enjoy it.
I'm sorry. What color American Spirits does Pierce smoke?
Dude, we established
wanted
this
to ask the
early
same
I
on.
think they were light blues.
Were they the
Yeah.
light blues?
Yeah, I
they
think
weren't
so.
yellows, they weren't blacks.
It was definitely like
I was thinking the yellows in my head. I don't know why.
they burn forever. So
He
like
definitely
you're gonna be
no
smoking that
dark
for like
greens.
28 minutes.
Pierce is not a dark green guy.
We took a trip to Virginia, and we were driving through Maryland, and Ant was smoking an American Spirit, and he was out there for 20 minutes.
They burn forever.
Johnny takes a drag and he immediately starts hacking up a lung. you know.
You should read more poetry. I'm kidding.
Figure it's not really worth staying safe over this, especially after the gun got pulled.
Look, there's no... We'll be all right. We'll be all right. All right, so...
You want to go see if...
Pickup's at 1 o'clock.
See if the wife came back?
Yeah, it's not a bad idea. We'll do a drive-by, get a little bit of a timeline going. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll hop in the driver's seat and kind of rev the car. I'm definitely taking my time, enjoying... Actually, I'll smoke outside of the car. It's going to be like a 20-minute smoke.
It's fine. Take your time. But after that smoke, drive by the house. You know what? Let me hop in the back. You're driving by. I'll see if I can see anything that looks askew or maybe a place where they might hide the key, but basically need to wait until she gets home anyway. If we're going to check underneath the car or check rocks or anything, we got to wait until at least nightfall.
Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a tomorrow kind of deal.
Well, it's a night kind of a deal.
I thought we were waiting until she left.
No, we are, but we got to... I thought we were going to see if...
Oh,
we can find a key.
I gotcha. All
right, let's do a quick drive-by. I'll see if I notice anything askew, any stones that look artificial, whatever. Just go a little bit slow. Try and keep it under 25 if you can.
Okay, so rolling by the house. I need you to roll alertness. Since he's driving a little bit slow, I need you to... You can take 20 away from it.
Okay. 66 on a 43.
Critical fail. Is that with the 20 taken away?
Yeah, it would have been an 86, but with 20 taken away, it was a 66.
Woof.
Yeah, shit happens.
You don't see anything, but the car's not back in the driveway. Nothing else in the main ramifications of the house is any different. But you notice a couple potted plants on the front porch, which are hard to miss. But other than that, river stones, stuff like that, you don't notice anything like that.
I only see some potted plants or something. I know hide keys. I mean, there could be one in their plant. There could be one underneath the car. Nightfall is going to be our best bet. Why don't we take a couple minutes and just and really make sure we know what we're doing with the drugs when we get them? Why don't we pull over? I'll do a little bit of research real quick.
Does Google show that?
I'm not...
Are you going to get whitelisted or blacklisted
on the internet? I'm thinking like public library or something, just somewhere where I can look up just through some archives. Like I have access to the portal. I can get in and look at some archives, even some journals. I can look at medical documents if we need to, just stuff that's historical. We might be able to get an idea. I mean, you got to remember meth was used pretty medicinally for, a good portion of the 20th century. So I could probably find some stuff, medical, archives that explain the correct way to use them, how they were used medically, and we could probably get a better idea. I could also look at, arteries to hit and things like that. Like we could really take some time and come up with a good game plan.
I'm not against that at all.
All right.
Let's look up where the library is real quick.
Or maybe, I'm trying to think. Anywhere that might have like a public computer that
McDonald's and Burger King.
Little nondescript. Yeah, you want to see if we could, a McDoctor's or a Burger Queen. Yeah, see if there's anything around specifically.
McDooley's.
Yeah, McDooley's. And the Burger Jester. Let's see.
Think they got O'Doul's in there?
No, I don't think they sell O'Doul's.
Shit.
Christ, I'm trying to think what has public internet access. I mean, there's public Wi-Fi everywhere, but yeah, why don't we see if we can find a McDougan's or
Burger Jack.
They're not names of cards.
Burger Baron.
Yeah, like a burger.
Like a Burger Marquise.
A Burger Knight.
Burger Dukes.
Burger Dukes.
Yeah, Burger Duke.
I don't know why that just fucking hits for me. Burger Dukes.
What's the closest Burger Dukes?
I like Burger Baron.
McDonald's.
There's a Burger Emperor. Probably like
a Burger Archdukes somewhere.
There's a Burger Burger Princess. There's a Burger Princess actually like 2 blocks north of where you guys were at Greg's.
All right. Well, I mean, it's not far, so it seems like it could be easy. I'll just watch over your shoulder while if you're going to look up
Get some
anything
lunch.
suspicious.
Get some breakfast. Get some lunch. Just something, and we can kind of sit there. I'll log in. I'll log into the portal, and
I'll just get a coffee. We just ate.
They got a Wendell's.
that's fine.
So I just want to know, broad strokes here. You guys are finding a safe spot to do a little research, crack into some of the sources that you have available to you. We'll say for the sake of brevity, you guys are able to find that in a Burger Princess, Burger Duke, Burger whatever, Burger Baron. I'm partial to Burger Baron.
That's fine. Burger Baron sounds great.
Burger Baron's awesome.
Easy enough to find a Burger Baron, like I mentioned. Get a spot secluded away from everybody. What I want to know is, what are the guts of this research? Are you both doing kind of individual research? Because I know that you're using your university portal.
No, but what I would like to do, and I'll defer to you. You work in an office. I have a desk and sign-ins. Generally speaking, there are general for use sign-ins for less important people.
Guests and the such.
No, not so much guests. Like, I'll give you an example. There are like store general emails that we use for like onboarding new hires and stuff like that. Is it fair to say that a university would have a university general login for the archive so that I don't have to use my specific one when logging in?
You're not going to like the answer that I have.
You're the...
I'm going to need you to roll computer science for me.
That's fine.
That's tough.
It's a fail. I have a 0, but I will roll it so that I can...
I would say because this involves an actual palpable amount of computer literacy to be able to at least understand the differences.
What do you mean?
Tracking cookies, any kind of
logins. No,
or...
I think you misinterpreted what I was saying, and I still rolled, and I'll call it a fail. I'm saying that there are like general sign-ins to get to archives that are used for people that are not person-specific. Like if you wanted to access the archive...
For Pierce to understand that using a separate login would make his searches harder to trace or impossible to trace, I think would involve a little bit of computer literacy.
That's fair. I'll just log into my own then.
Okay.
I'm going to access the portal. I'm going to use my personal login.
Okay. And
what I'm going to be looking up is going to be very, very general, but I'm looking for specific things.
So that's what I'm going to say. We're not going to beat to death exactly what sources you're actually pulling from, but the information that you're looking for based off of what is available, I'll kind of be able to extrapolate. So tell me what answers you're looking for.
I'm looking for medicinal administrations of methamphetamine.
To what end?
I'm not sure I understand your question.
What question do you have that you're looking for the answer for in these archives?
How did they administer it medically?
How would they administer it medically, separate from pill form? Intravenously, what vein was used?
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Anything else?
Preparation methods.
Okay.
And I guess medicinal dosages.
I also look at the LD50 for it because I would think that that's relatively not
I think
common
that's
knowledge.
I think that's relative to Juddy knowledge, not your characters.
I don't even know what LD50 is.
Lethal dosage of 50% of the population.
Oh, that's a fucking crazy stat. Is that a real thing?
Every
That's gotta be a real thing.
very
That's fucking
common
awesome.
thing.
LD50?
Everything has
Yeah,
that.
every
you didn't know
substance.
every single water
Yeah.
has an LD50.
Hell fucking yeah. That's hard. That's hard bodied.
Yeah.
Only for the wimps, though. 50% of the population lives.
LD50. Respect to the 50, but
Yeah,
I'm
city up.
different.
Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I mean,
Respect to the 50.
Anything else that you guys are looking for specifically here?
most common places to shoot up, and
That's
I'm just
the-
doing a general Google search of that.
Oh.
Like location-wise?
Yeah, I mean,
Like the
'cause,
park? Is that what we mean?
like in your which are like where's the most
Yeah,
common
yeah, yeah,
places?
what-
You know, like
yeah.
in on parts of the body.
Yeah. Anything else?
No, I think I just want to specify that I'm looking through historical archives, and honestly, if I'm trying to be discreet, which I don't suspect you need computer knowledge for that, I want to look at
Some random stuff in between.
I want to look at documents that pertain to specific historical events in the era of like World War II, the Vietnam War, as it pertained to military use, things like that I could maybe extract the information from, but it could be relevant to other historical events.
Okay.
What have I extrapolated?
So, and we're going to kind of approach this a little bit differently.
Okay.
I'm not going to answer each of your individual questions, but I'm going to frame it in this idea that you guys have. So, and I'm not going to have you roll for it because you guys are actively spending a decent amount of time doing this research. I'm going to say this is going to take you about an hour.
That's fine.
To get all this research, get all this looked at. A couple things that you come away with. And like I said, I'm not going to answer each one of your individual questions, but to frame it under what you guys are planning to do. If your goal is to inject this person with a lethal dose of methamphetamines, it's going to need to be at least 200 milligrams.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's obviously differences between just smoked crystallized methamphetamine and intravenously injected methamphetamine, of which you guys are more than likely choosing the latter for a ability to just stick them before dinner time. As far as the actual application of it, finding a vein, it's not too hard to find a vein just in general. Now, there's a couple that would make sense for you guys. Obviously, on the two wrists, but probably most easiest and thickest and almost like the thinnest amount of skin that's there to protect it would be on the neck.
Okay.
Beyond that, the overdose is not immediate. Mm-hmm. The effects are not immediate. Because it's intravenous, it is a little bit quicker, of course. But you would guess, based off of any kind of research that you're doing on the portal and Gonzo is doing independently, for him to die is going to take probably, you would think, between a minute to 3. 60 to 180 seconds before his heart stops. Now, this is with the assumption that you guys are doing over 200 milligrams. That minute to 3 minute mark is somewhere, if you're to use maybe say 300 to 350, 400. If you stick them with 200 milligrams, it would probably take them about 5 minutes to die. That is not to say that he will not become incapacitated earlier than that, based on his body size.
When we got a good look at him, at least when I was looking at him, what was his build like?
Tough to tell. Based on the pictures that you actually saw when you researched his name, you saw pictures of him. Stocky build. Maybe about like 5'9".
And we got about 2 grams of meth, correct?
No, we have an ounce.
You gotta have a full ounce.
We have an ounce of meth.
Okay, so in character, we've done our research. I'm going to talk to you about what I've gathered. What were you researching again?
I was trying to figure out how much we really needed.
Okay.
We got a lot.
Okay, so that's fine. So
to be clear, you have 28,000 milligrams.
Yeah.
Okay.
En route.
So just
We got a lot.
talking to you. Gone. So I got some stuff. And just hear me out. So looks like 200 milligrams is a lethal dose, so to speak. It's not guaranteed. You know,
Thinking about 28. What did you say?
28,000.
Dude, that's enough to change the neighborhood. That's enough to fucking spawn in Camden somewhere.
Cut the property tax in half with that.
Crazy, dude.
We're in Chicago, so I mean, let's put that in perspective.
I'm sorry.
Common injection sites for this kind of thing, just based on what I'm looking at. The wrists are a good spot as far as vein location. The neck would be the easiest. However, I have some reservation with, if we're going to do this, getting him in the neck. I just don't think your average junkie is finding that artery. I'm just being honest.
No, yeah, I agree with you there.
So I'm thinking if we were able to bind this guy somehow, get him tied up, to a point, I mean, even knock this guy out or something. You got the gun on you, you pistol whip him or something, and, we were to get that to happen and he's incapacitated, I think we'd have a lot easier of a time.
couple other veins that you find too, not just the wrists. If you are strictly looking for like most common locations, it's going to be on like the tips of the feet.
Yeah, legs.
And also
calves.
the forearm and the calves.
So we're, at least from what I found, I mean, calves, pretty much anywhere you would put heroin, like calves.
He knows about heroin, but he doesn't know about meth.
Sure.
Dude, I should have looked into that. Fuck. Yeah, we're trying to make this look like a suicide. It should be something to shoot up.
And
Shit.
honestly, maybe we stick him a couple more times just so it looks like he's been using it.
I mean, look, I've never intravenously
torn rotator cuff. Crazy.
I've never given a needle before, but I would have to assume that even if we missed, that would give some legitimacy to what's going on. There is one thing that I'm looking up in some of these trials that I was looking at, and lost my train of thought. Sorry, in the trials that I was reading about, and you know, methamphetamine's medicinal uses, it looks like time of death is really kind of speculative. It varies from person to person. You know, looking at LD50s, there's no guaranteed dosage that's going to necessarily kill them. Obviously, there is a threshold. So I mentioned 200 milligrams. I think it's safe to say that going reasonably higher than that, you know, would be the safer bet.
Do we have a scale? Do we have a scale?
Fuck.
You do not.
Oh, shit. Well, I mean, we got plenty of time before the meth actually gets. I mean, we could go anywhere to get that, it seems. Maybe not anywhere, but there's probably somewhere we could find for it.
A scale for something that's small. I almost think we're safer just like cooking too much and filling a needle. I feel like that just seems more.
How big is our little pool thing we got to make it? You think
I'd have to look at. They haven't been delivered yet. I don't know.
No. Our what we got at the store. How big do you think that is?
Oh, the metal dish?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's in the car. I mean, it's definitely big enough to hold more than 200 milligrams.
It's like a small oil pan, like something you would keep like loose nuts and bolts in.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, thinking back, yeah, absolutely. It's pretty big.
No, we'll be fine. I don't think the time of death is gonna be instant. But again, if we're able to incapacitate this guy, I don't think it'll matter unless it fucking wakes him up and we're dealing with crazy junkie. But I imagine in that time we'll have time to bind him up, and I just think we need to be careful. Like, we can't have like bind marks on this guy or anything like that. Like, it has to look. I think knocking him out or choking him out's the only real way.
It's tough because then he's got trauma to the head, you know.
No, not necessarily. You got to choke him out. But who's to say he didn't just whack his head while he was methed out either? Like,
yeah, we could put him near a corner, say he fell and hit his head.
We got
corner
gloves.
or something.
Yeah, and we could really wreck the place. Like,
I mean, wreck the place. Hang on. He's methed out. He's not a junkie trying to steal his own property, you know.
He does too much. His heart starts going. I mean, he's grabbing stuff. You never know.
All right. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
All right. So it's about an hour. It's like 10:15, 10:30 now.
Yeah. And I would say that based off of your research and your research too, Gonzo, you have a feeling that if you spent more time, maybe you could find some more stuff. So if you guys did have additional questions that you wanted to go through, we could kind of do that as well. This isn't the end all and be all for meth research.
You've simply scratched the beginning of Methopedia.
You're gonna be going Irowid, looking at experiences, heroic
Tip of the
doses.
iceberg as far as meth knowledge is concerned.
No, I feel all
Yeah,
right.
I'm pretty cool with what we got. I mean, we're pretty much already winging it as it is. No sense in digging deeper.
Okay, so it's around like 10:30 at this point. What do you guys want to do?
You want to hang out at the laundromat and just wait it out?
You want to get a drink?
Absolutely.
Just don't feel right about this. One, we got to be sharp.
Maybe two.
I need to calm down.
Finding a nearby pub.
I don't know one that would be open at 10:30.
What day of the week is it? Is soccer on?
It's a Monday. I'm sorry, it's a Tuesday.
And we're in Chicago?
Yeah.
I think corner store. Just get something.
Yeah, we'll grab some tall boys.
All right.
Stepping out of the Burger Baron, looking for a corner store of sorts, perhaps some 40s in your future, as we jump back over to Maine. Making your way back into the train station, the next train that departs will be leaving in 1 hour. It'll be a 4-hour ride back to Portland.
Can I see when the last one was?
The last one came 3 hours ago.
Oh, all right.
I apologize. The last one came 7 hours ago.
All right, cool.
This is like a little, like, it's not like quite a town. It's just a little, like, village, basically.
It's
sized,
very, very small, yeah.
Like 50 buildings type thing.
If that.
So I imagine the train station is kind of like on the outside of it.
Yes.
And like elevated a little bit. Can you get like a lay of the land or no?
In that parking lot, yeah, I would say that you would kind of be able to see a decent chunk of the town.
Is there a food area in the train station, or no? It's just like
there's Nanny Ann's.
Oh damn. I kind of wanted to scan around a little bit for like maybe like 15 minutes.
Looking for what exactly?
The arms dealer's car.
Gotcha.
Ernie man in a white or black velour jumpsuit.
Okay. So you're kind of perched up maybe on like almost like those railroad ties, like those long wooden chunks of wood that are kind of laying there and almost keeping in like a section of flowers that are by the side.
Mm-hmm.
But if you sit on the edge of that, it's on the edge of the parking lot. Kind of, you can see probably about half the town. You're beginning just kind of looking.
Yeah.
I go
around.
find him.
Yeah, you come up next to him, and it looks like Gauze is just kind of looking out into.
Yo, you all right?
Rocket.
Yeah, man, I'm fine. I'm just we're done, so I'm going home.
What are you looking for, though?
Nothing. I'm just looking around.
All right.
Not much else to do, really.
Yeah. I'm gonna get some pretzels.
All right. Is there anyone around or no?
No, it's actually a pretty empty parking lot. You didn't see anyone inside either.
Okay.
Easy enough to go inside, get a couple pretzels, whatever your heart desires.
I got the pretzel cup with the cinnamon pretzels and the dip,
Yeah.
the glazed sauce,
Uh-huh.
the white little cummy
Yeah.
glazed sauce.
Tasty.
I mean, little cummy pretzel sauce and the pretzels.
Gauze keeping an eye out. You do not notice. First of all, you barely notice any cars. The cars that you do see are not immediately recognizable to you, and you definitely don't notice the arms dealer's car.
Mm-hmm.
Garfield returns with pretzels.
You want any? They're warm.
I'm good. I can't eat.
I got the sauce though. It's really good.
I haven't shit in like a week. Sorry. So I just remember there is no debrief for this. We don't have to go anywhere. We're just going home, right? So
Yeah.
I don't know. I imagine something's gonna happen. We're probably gonna be contacted about whatever Hunk did back there. Saying it's good for us to have the same story if that arises.
Yeah. I mean, we'll just. I mean, if we're not debriefing together, I would just respond to the questions and don't disclose anything you don't have to. You know, we don't know if they know.
Right.
We don't even know if they're going to ask us about what's his name.
But if they do, it's good that we say the same thing.
Right. We'll say that he tried to kill Hunk.
Yeah, we'll just
And then
tell,
we
we'll tell
walked
how
in.
it- we'll
We
tell how
walked
it
in
was.
after it already happened. Like we weren't there. You know,
Yeah.
we walked in and we saw that. Or we heard through the we were in the other room and we heard, "I'm gonna kill you," from
Yeah.
what's his face. And then we ran in and.
That we could say we were outside getting
Yeah.
getting wood for the fire, and
But that we're sure that
we heard him. We heard the
Hank started or whatever. What the
Harry,
fuck are their
Harry,
names?
Harry and Hunk.
Harry. That
Yeah.
Harry started it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to sell Hunk downriver. I think.
Yeah, we'll just say Harry started it and Hunk finished it.
Yeah, and then everything else, just the truth from there, just the story as it is.
Yeah, there's nothing else that we got to conceal, really.
No, nothing can come back on us. We couldn't stop it. Too late.
I guess we could be truthful about what Hunk did with the body.
Well, Hunk did with the body,
Because we didn't do that, you know.
Yeah, we said
Hunk
no.
did that.
You made a mess. You clean it up. So. Yeah.
I think we're square then.
Yeah. Well, make sure to commit that to memory then.
So, anything else that you guys do before your train arrives?
I go find cigarettes.
Easy enough to find a corner store.
Come back.
Buy some cigarettes, come back.
Smoke a cig. Got my pretzels, and I grab a drink to have on the train.
Gotcha. And the town of Millinocket slowly kind of coming more to life. More cars pass. None that Gauze recognize, or Garfield, you don't recognize any cars that pass by. For the sake of brevity, your train arrives. You guys get on without issue. Get your own small room on the train. And it departs. It's the same train that picked you up, this light blue train with this wood paneling inside, old-timey. Millinocket leaves view as the train departs. You guys make your way back to the airport. Now you're going to have 4 hours on this train ride. Any conversations during those 4 hours?
I don't think Gauze would have anything to say, really. He would just want to get some fucking rest.
Did you want to take turns sleeping, or I think we're good, but
I don't. Time in pockets. I don't think I have anything on me except for. Oh shit! I have Harry's wallet.
In our booth, do the train windows open?
They do, yeah.
About halfway into the ride, chuck it out.
Yeah. I'm gonna pull it out and look through it.
Unless you want to save it and burn it when we get to whatever.
Yeah, we
probably safer to just burn it. Yeah.
You go through it, you said?
Yeah, I'm gonna start to go through
You
it.
got any money in there?
I guess I'll see.
A couple things that you notice in there. First of all, the wallet contains around $30. Total $29.
All right.
There is a driver's license for a Harold James Auclair.
Harold James Auclair. How do you spell Auclair?
Auclaire.
All right.
As well as military ID. U.S. Army that matches.
Okay.
There's also a frequent flyer card for Subway
Oh, what a filthy rat.
with 8 out of 10 punches.
Oh my god, dude. Dude, he's a regular.
I'm keeping that.
That's disgusting, dude. I felt bad when you pulled out the military ID, but as soon as you pulled out the Subway card, I feel good again.
That is nuts.
The only other thing in the card slots is a card-sized bottle opener.
Card-sized bottle opener. Okay.
Seems to be painted black with chips that have kind of been taken out.
Chips, like, it's just worn?
Yeah, just worn.
It's just been worn down.
Yep.
All right.
Nothing else. No credit cards. No other identification.
You want to take everything out and, like, look in the pockets? Nothing?
Yep. It's a leather wallet. Simple, brown. Bifold. Yep.
All right. So I'm going to take everything out of it and give it the old crease test, see if there's anything left in there at all. Nothing, like, sewn in?
Nope.
Yeah, I mean, just nothing in here. So.
All right, just load it back up. We'll split the money, unless you don't want it. And we'll burn the rest.
Yeah, I hand them all $29 of it. So here you go.
I mean, it's just going to waste.
Yeah, I guess. Hey, you know what?
Let's just buy food with it.
Well, we can buy.
Just go to lunch.
If we both go to Subway, we can get a free one for next time we're out.
I'm not going to fucking Subway, dude. You know who you're talking to? Do you know where I'm from?
I mean,
I don't even think my mom would talk to me again if I ate Subway. She would know as soon as she saw me.
It's a free sandwich. We're almost there.
As soon as I walked in, she'd be like, "Were you living dangerous?"
Be careful.
It's spicy.
Have you ever done anything dangerous? Wow, that is dangerous. So, with the train on the tracks and meth, hopefully to find its own track, that's where we're going to pick up next session.
Thank you for listening to this installment of 12 Gauge, a Nasty Table production.